that and allow ourselves to feel. And I'll ask you a couple of questions. Right now, I'd want to invite you all to bring into your heart and mind someone that or something that lights you up. What is it that can even bring you to your knees? It's so beautiful. It's so precious. A love that is pure and kind, a love of that person, place, or thing that lifts you. Feel that in your bodies now. What does it feel like to celebrate that special place or person or love? That thing that lights us up. What does it look like? What does it sound like? And what does it feel like inside? Let's generate and circulate and percolate that love right now. Feeling that love bubbling up inside of us. And bringing in now a single point of beautiful golden light to that point between the eyebrows and the heart chakra. And imagine that light is coming in through the heart and in through the third eye, and it's circulating through your body and coming out your eyes, your mouth, your hands, the way that you hug. Feel that in your body now. What are you grateful for? Do you have one thing? One thing. What are we grateful for? What would it feel like not to have it? There would be a missing experience. Let's give thanks right now for that beautiful attitude of gratitude that generates and percolates and allows itself to live in and through and as each and every one of us. So with all this grace and all this percolating love, we see in our mind a little ball of golden light. We watch this light as it begins to grow larger and larger until it fills the entire inner vision of our minds. We see in this light this space of grace, this place of love. And we know that each of us was called here today in the name and in the power of love and light and joy and absolute grace. We give thanks for each other today, for we are all here by divine appointment. There's a reason, and it's bigger than us. And for each time one of us prays, meditates, contemplates, and is grateful, we are sending out a healing vibration into the world. Let's send that vibration now. Let's take a nice deep breath in and out. One more. Let's take this moment right here. Thank you, God. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, life. Thank you, kindness, for choosing me as your vessel. And we release this now into the universe with all of our joy. And together we say, Om, peace, and Amen.
Since love is why I'm here, I will be an open channel. Since love is why I'm here, I will give and then receive. Love is why we're here. We will be an open channel. Since love is why we're here, we will give and then receive. Since love is why you're here, you will be an open channel. Since love is why you're here, may you give and then receive. Give and receive. Give, receive. Give, receive. Give. Love is why I'm here. I will be an open channel. Love is why I'm here. I will give and receive. Love is why I'm here. I will be an open channel. Love is why I'm here. I will give and receive. Since love is why I'm here, I will give an open channel. Since love is why I'm here, I will give and then receive. I will give and then receive. I will give and then receive.
And now for Kim.
How is everyone today? Okay, let's try that again. How is everyone feeling today? Okay, now there's some life in the room. I won't push you any further because I know y'all are kind of fragile that way. I'll keep it nice and easy this Sunday morning. So we're doing a workshop today. I was just looking at it, I'm like, wow, this is a great workshop. You guys get this little cool handout to take home and a bunch of really great stuff. And the talk today is Healing Through Consciousness. This is part 2 of a talk I started last month about healing consciousness and healing ourselves, healing our body. Everything that's ever been inspiring to me has been rooted in self-realization. So what do I mean by that? What do you think I mean by that? What is to you, and I'm not necessarily just talking about Paramahansa Yogananda self-realization. I'm talking about something that's been around long before he got here. Self-realization. What does that mean to you guys? What do you think? Yes, that. Go Juliet. What else? What does it mean to be self-reliant? Because you got your own version, because your version is just as impactful. What? Yeah, sure. There we go. Yes, authenticity. But here's the thing. What is your authenticity and according to who? Well, you may think so. Oh, what about that belief? Where did that come from? And not just parents, right? So where I'm going with this, you guys, is self-realization, and people that have known me for decades know that I have never been interested in being the sage on the stage. That's not what I want. What lights me up is when the people I'm with light up. That is what moves me. That is what keeps me doing the work that I do. Because the work that I do is circular. And it works as we work together in unity. So, the beauty of unity is the beauty that is in the individual units that make up the circle. And when the circle is linked, we get God in full presence. So I wanted to read this today. A couple of things here. Richard Rudd, who founded Gene Keys and genekeys.com. And a lot of people go, I don't know what it is. Well, every spiritual thing you ever loved is what it is. So it's really a fascinating thing to go into. But I just want to read this one little part. This is from his book, Fragments of Light. Our lives are punctuated by transformational experiences and breakthrough. True or true? Our lives are punctuated. So boom, something great happens. Boom, something hard happens. Boom, something difficult happens. Boom, something wonderful happens. And we define our lives by this movement that we call flow in life. They may be personal within a relationship or a community, or in a relationship to humanity and the world. The alchemy is in the transformation of old thought patterns and fixed viewpoints that we can't let go of, or aspects of the shadow that we carry within us. Through contemplation and awareness, they can be unlocked, transformed, released, and then we can exist in a higher state of harmony and grace. What is he talking about here? What is this? I got a clue. Everything we know now, because we're living in the age of revelation. We're in it. So everything is being revealed with AI and social media and everything that's going on. Last time I was here, we weren't in war. Hey, guess what? Now we have a war. Yippee. Because that is just about the level of the group creativity. That's the best they can do, is kill each other. That reminds me of some pretty predatory animals. They just kill each other, right? And here we are doing it again. All they can imagine, if Yeshua, if Jesus walked in the room, he would be like, they still don't get it. But you guys get it. You guys, anyone that is working on a healing consciousness, meaning trying to be a happier, more joyful, more loving, kinder man or woman. Anyone that is seeking that as their desire is part of the solution, is keeping us from going off the cliff right now, you guys. What's happening in our world, we have never experienced this in our lifetime, anybody in this room, not like this. not this chaotic, ridiculous, reactive, little temper tantrum behavior, greedy behavior, cruel behavior. But we all have it in us, you know. Have you ever turned around and said something mean to somebody? I have. And that feeling, it registers. Anybody ever heard of David Hawkins, Power versus Force? Hands up if you know what I'm talking. So hardly anybody. Oh my God, you guys, I have so much to share with you. If only we could spend more time together, I could share this with you. But David Hawkins, Power versus Force. This is a professor, a doctor, a genius, a polymath dude that came up with the math and science of emotional frequencies. And our emotional frequencies, so you can imagine, you know, what do you think hate? So if it's 1 to 500, which it is, it's calibrated from 0 to 500. What do you think hate is? No. You know what 0 is, or 1, or I think it's 12 or something like that? Indifference. Yeah, far worse than hate. You know why? Why? Why would indifference be much more cruel, much more painful than hate? Don't care. Don't care if you live or die. Don't care if things get better or not. Don't care. These are usually very depressed people, right? I've had my days where I did not care in my own version, right? We all have these experiences because we are made up of light and dark. We are made up of low frequency and high frequency. We are made up of material frequency. We are made up of divine frequency. We have it all. But do you think is that what you were told growing up? That you are made in the image and likeness of God itself, and you have the ability to heal yourself, and you have the ability to go through life and be the greatest service in the world by the level that you love people? Yay! Fantastic. I wasn't. And I don't know anybody in my big world of friends. I don't know anybody that was raised like that. Because our parents, or not in your case, but in most of our cases, we had wounded parents, and guess what their parents were? Wounded, and guess what their parents were? Wounded, and guess what their parents were? Wounded. Because this is Earth School. The soul comes here to know itself as an expressive, creative light of God. But for thousands of years, we have been lied to, starting with religion, lied to over and over again so that the people in power could retain this. And if you're not getting this information now, you will, because now we know it's a historical fact that most of religion was created to control the masses, not to know God. Though some sure did, for sure, because there was always us. You know, you guys didn't know, but we were all back there. We were there, every one of us. We were there praying in the temple, meditating, doing our beads, whatever we were doing, praying to the sun god, whatever we were doing. And it was lifting the vibration. And life after life, we come back and we do it again and again and again and again. Each of us, every one of us, seeking more love, more joy, more kindness, greater health, goodness, as well as, if it's difficult, painful, arduous, hard to get through, I want to feel that too. Because in my lifetime, it's been take the drug, do the sex, watch the TV, eat the food, go somewhere, do anything, but feel the feels. When we feel the feels, something miraculous happens. And I'm going to be doing a series on Jesus in a while here because he was one of our greatest, if not the greatest teacher of love, the real Jesus. Not the religious Jesus, the meditating Jesus, the Jesus that is here and lives in and through and as each and every one of us as love itself. In order to heal our bodies, we must first fall in love with that in us. We must be able to see. If you can't see the Christ in this child, then let me get you some glasses. Emanating purity, love, and light. There is no sin. There is no mark. There is nothing but love and light emanating from this baby. And unfortunately, it will be trained out of her. A lot. But here's the good news. Her grandbabies, I think they're going to be living in a different world. We are going to see the polar opposite of what we're seeing now. It's coming, you guys. It's happening. You sitting here right now is how I know. Because people would not be going on a Sunday morning to a place with community just to worship and feel the love of God with each other unless they were sent here by divine appointment. Because you guys would be doing what the masses are doing, something else. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because if you're doing something else, bringing this love and this kindness and this light and this emanation, then you are healing the world. What is your greatest service to the world? What is your greatest service to the world? What can you do? Come on, let me hear it. Yeah, that's it. Is by forgiving the trespasses of those you feel hurt by, which includes God. Do you guys realize that when we get sick or we have a terminal illness, who do you think one of the first things is we start to question? We start to question the source itself, because how could this be happening to me? I'm a good person. I'm a loving person. Why me? Why me? And the answer is because you have so much love that you're here to hold this and get through it, to show us all how to do it. So this workshop today, I like the teachings of Christ, the real Christ, because he was a yogi. You know, he was like a Buddhist dude. He believed it. He loved nature and communed with all that was and saw nothing as unequal. Everything was made of God, so it was all beautiful, including the sneezes and the coughs and the icks, because there's a reason for it. If something is happening to one of us, it's happening because it's required for our spiritual growth. Because a lot of us think we're here for that fun stuff, for the TV, the sex, the food, the fun, the joy, the friendships, the good stuff that gets us through life. Yeah? That's what we think. And that's true. But the difference that I'm going to here is when you say, yes, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and everybody I go to, I'm going to be authentic, which may mean that I'm not having a great day, and I may be authentic about it. That doesn't mean I'm going to bring anybody down. It means I'm going to go, I just want you to know I'm just feeling a little off today, but I love you and I'm glad to be here, but bear with me while I'm working through this. Not, I'm going to pretend. No, let's be authentic. So, let's see, 2 years ago, I've had an interesting life of challenges. I don't know if I'm the only one in the room. I don't think I am. An interesting life of challenges and a lot of major, I'm in the process of writing my book, Earth School, and it's all in there. Not for people to feel bad for me, but for people to celebrate the resurrection of me, the ability to rise up, overcome, do it anyway, be happy anyway, thrive anyway, even though these major initiations, I'll call them, in life have happened. Well, 2 years ago, I'm going about my merry way. I'm walking my Labradoodle Jai every morning. I live in the forest, so we'd head out and right along the creek. We'd walk 1.5 miles down, 1.5 miles back. That was my routine for the first 3 years of his life. It was like what I dreamed about when I knew I was going to go ahead and get my next dog. We moved there, and then I got him, and then it all came together. One day, I was walking, and it's Sly Park if you've ever been there. Oh, well, actually, this was out by my house. We're in Sierra Springs. So it has a meandering up and down walk. I'm walking, and all of a sudden my legs give out. And can you imagine you're you, and you're in your normal you, and you've had no problem moving, but you get up one day and your legs won't work. For 2 years, I walk more than from the car to the market, 10 minutes, and then back to the car. In the market, I often had to do one of those humiliating driving things. I had to do that because I couldn't walk. If I had to do major shopping, I had no one to help me. I'd have to drive the car and get it done that way. And I'm grateful for it, right? And I started going to UC Davis, going over and over and over. They were trying to find what was wrong with my legs. Why? You should see the like Middle Ages stuff they did on me. Some of the tests they do nowadays, it's still so barbaric. It's so barbaric. And so bleeding and beat up. Finally, because I have a major low back issue from 25 years ago, an injury. And I went in and I said, you sure this isn't my back? Because it's low back and it's my legs. And like, I know, you would think it's your low back. She goes, I'm going to do your whole spine. Long story short, they find at C5, C6, C7 that I have a total impingement into my spinal cord. And that's what was causing my legs to go out. It was massive and huge. So I share this with you because I could tell you 10 stories about 10 other people easily, but I just as soon share me with you and share with you what my journey has been like. For 2 years, I have been devastated by this. I'm a mover. I'm fast. I dance. I sing. I'm a musician. I'm super like on my feet. Not like my wife who sews and embroiders and colors and loves to sit and make beauty, right? I do it by moving, being out. So they said, oh, we're going to have to do major surgery. We're going to go in there. We're going to put rods and pins right there in your neck. And by the way, you'll have to sign something because one of the top issues we have is we sever vocal cords. I said, I'm a speaker. I'm a singer. I'm an orator. That's my life. Well, you'll have to sign it because it does happen more often than we can stop from happening. So can you relate how you would feel if you were in my shoes, in my life? Because this is what we want to do. We want to be able to really relate to one another because that's when we step into our Christ self. Because when we relate to one another, I feel compassion because my suffering meets your suffering and we meet there and say, this is hard. This is painful. But you see, we have Christ consciousness in us. Or if you don't want to use the word Christ, you could use the word divine. We have divinity in, through, and as us. We have everything we need. People were healing themselves for thousands of years without pharmacies. Thousands of years using what God created in nature to heal. Not that there isn't a use for it. I'm not anti everything. I just want to do what God created and make that my source in its natural state. So in healing consciousness, I had a choice of 2 ways to go. One, I could fall apart, lose everything, quit everything, and become one of those people we all see out there. Very depressed and just wait to die. But I didn't because of who I am and what I know, and I know what you know, that we are created in the image and likeness of the divine itself, and that this is not happening to me, it is happening for me. It is happening to teach me something, not to punish me, as religion taught for thousands of years. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's because of what's right with you. So I began my journey. And this is not the first time I've had to go through something big like this, where I've had to start over and use everything I could find to heal myself. And so, just the way the universe works in its magical ways, my wife finally ended a 7-year trust battle with a brother. So we had a little cash. And my brother is talking about stem cell and how he got it in his shoulder and it worked. And then he says, oh, yeah, and my son, Jack, works at a stem cell clinic in Arizona. I went, ding. Do you hear the dings in your life, in your day-to-day life, when the universe winks at you and goes, hello? Long story short, I flew to Arizona. This is since I've seen you guys, all this has happened. I flew to Arizona. I got 300 million stem cells. 100 million up my nose, 100 million in my veins, and 100 million right into that injury. That was the toughest part, right into that neck injury. And I am 70% healed. But that isn't all. It's not just the stem cell, you guys. Lots of people get stem cell and they don't have examples like that. I don't know why, but I can tell you why I do. Because I believe in everything we are here for today. I believe that there are many ways to heal ourselves. First, we have to forgive ourselves and love ourselves. If we love ourselves and we forgive ourselves, our vibration's going to come up. And we know now, this is science, that when our vibration, David Hawkins, power versus force. So unconditional love calibrates at about a 500. Well, when we are in 500, guess what else calibrates at a 500? Take a wild guess. Perfect health calibrates way high, close to 500. Well, gee, is there a correlation there? There's something to measure by. So I started thinking, what do I need to do? Because I love frequency work, because I believe it, I know it. That everything is created in this world has a low, medium, and high frequency. And it moves from dense and heavy to light. And we are all the light makers. And when we make light, we heal. So when I started really getting down, I started looking for liposoluble vitamins that penetrate the cell barriers and get into our system and fortify the body. I'm a functional nutritionist also. So I know a lot about how to use food as medicine. I used something called Stem Regen, which is a new supplement that came on the market literally when the weekend, when I got back. I'm like, what's this? Ding, wink. I go into it and it generates, what it does is it pulls it out of your bones. The Stem Regen gets your body to pull stem cells out of your bones. I mean, there is so many ways, you guys. I had to go around and my mantra was, my legs feel great. I'm walking great today. My legs feel great. I'm walking great today. Those, when The Secret came out, I had a lot of issues, a lot of us did with that movie, because it implied that if you made a vision board, you'd get what you want. That's not it. That's not it. It's embodying forgiveness and unconditional love. It's embodying a ferocious curiosity, a desire to play in the realms of the gods, to find a way, to have the tenacity to find a way. And if you really want to find a way to heal whatever it is, a broken heart, a broken body, a broken mind, a broken whatever, first of all, they're not broken. They are out of alignment. That's it. Then you will realign and pour your love and forgiveness and kindness into it. Employ some of the tools I'm going to be sharing in the workshop today. I put them all in there for you so that you can pick and choose in your orchestra of healing light and dance in that light and incorporate it with it and live as the light you are creating. But we go to sleep, we forget. We get in the world, we go out and we do things and we forget. And that we're going to forget. But then we remember. We see a friend, someone we know, that we know whose heart is full of love, and we go, oh yeah, I thought it was all about the hard stuff. No, it's about the love stuff. That is the healing consciousness, it's the love stuff. Can you love yourself so much that you wake up one morning feeling better? Because you tapped into the quantum field with a mission and a decision that I am going to heal myself to the best of my ability, and I'm so grateful for it already, as if it's happened, that it puts the whole divine universe online and everything goes into synchronicity and starts to work for you. just the right doctors. I had like 6 amazing UC Davis doctors. Just showed up one after the other that I kept working with. And even though I never went back there and never did any of the stuff, none of it that they wanted me to do, it got me here. Do you see that? It got me here because they said, here's what we can do. See ya. You can do it. And that's not just a Nike ad. You have in you divinity. Every time your eyes light up, every time you go, oh, and you reach, every time you give thanks, every time you create, make a little music, make a little love, make a little clay, make a little coloring, make a little anything. Anytime you do that, you are in your devotion. And when you are in devotion, you have now summoned the Christ in you, the healing light in you. You are creating and living in the light that you are creating. And all you got to do is remember after you forget and forgive yourself when you forget, because we're hardwired to forget. And remember that as we're going into this beautiful season here of metaphors, here comes Easter, and that's going to be a beautiful service. I get to do that service here. We're going to do a beautiful rose petal service here. And it's going to have deep meaning, because things that don't have meaning are not healing. Things that don't have meaning are entertainment, and that's a good thing, and that can make us smile and laugh, and that's all good. But the power comes when we go in our own transmutation, we employ and tap into the quantum field and pull in the information that we need to know. We go down those roads to see if is it in fact the one we want. Once we go, I got to tell you, after 25 different tries, I got this, and it was a game changer, but so was all the other things I was doing. So I hope this inspires you. 5 steps. Repeat after me. God is. I am. I know. I give thanks for that knowing. And I release. And so it is. So today in the workshop, if we can have enough people, we'll see. If we do it, we're going to be learning some amazing healing prayers that you will become your chants. They'll play in the back of your mind, putting the universe on call. Hey, universe, this is my mission. Be with me, walk with me, make friends with your ego too. That's another talk, but make friends with it. Make friends with it. Forgive it. It can't help it. It's been hardwired, trained to be what it is. We're ready. We are at the age of revelation. We are rising in consciousness. Doesn't look that way, but that's exactly what we're doing. Trust that. Believe that. And remember, God is good. God is all there is. I am made up of that good, and I wouldn't be here without it. I know that I was created in the image and likeness of light and love itself. I get that. And I know that with that love and with that light, I get to go out and share it with every single great soul I come in contact with. And in doing so, I release it and I alchemize it, and it becomes grace. And when it becomes grace, we are healed. Yes? Thank you. Oh, I don't. I just talk from my heart.